Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the March 5th, 2019 special meeting, joint meeting of the Select Board and the School Committee. The purpose of our meeting tonight is to make appointments, one or more appointments to the school committee vacancies based on interviews that were conducted last week. Before we get any further, I'd like to just rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The process this evening should be fairly straightforward. Again, it's based on an agreed-upon process that was developed jointly with the school committee and the select board and accepted by both groups. What we're going to do is vote in the reverse order in which we ask questions. So the votes will be cast in this following order: Marie Angelides, William Lowe, Richard Foster, who's next, is it? Okay. Bronwyn Moynihan, Tom Lacusa, Ryan Kelly, myself, and then Armin Ray. And each person will be asked to give their selections. The state law requires that this be by roll call vote, so it will be oral and not written, not by hands. And so each person, as your name is called, you will just say the up to 4 people that you would like to see appointed. We've asked Paul Pasturzik, who's our Chief Financial Officer. He's going to keep a tally on a sheet that hopefully is going to be visible to folks at home if the cameras can catch up with it. At the end of the first round of voting, anybody who's been received 5 or more votes will be appointed. And what we'll do is, if we need to, we'd go to a second round of voting by eliminating anybody who's obviously already been appointed and anybody the people who've gotten the fewest number of votes. So the intent is to narrow the field and see if people want to move some selections around. At some point, we may get to a point where nobody's making any changes and we've only appointed 3 people, or maybe we haven't appointed all 4, in which case we would stop. We would not continue this thing forever. And our past history says we probably won't go beyond 3 or maybe 4 rounds at the most. So with that, if there are any questions by people at on the panel here, hearing no questions. Paul, you all set. What I would ask, though, Paul, is we're going to ask each person to read their 4. Then as you marked it, if you can then just read it back, just state it back so we do know that we've got them correct. So the first person to make selections is Marie Angelides. Marie.
Okay. Kevin Shea, Susan Bell, Jamie Hench, William Knowlton.
Kevin Shea, Susan Bell, Mr. Hench, or Hench, I don't know the first name actually, William Knowlton.
Thank you. Okay, second would be Mr. Lowe.
Susan Bell, Kevin Ryzak, probably killed that name, Jamie Hench, James Ryan.
James Ryan, Kevin Rizek, Susan Bell, and Mr. Hench.
Okay, Mr. Foster.
Jamie Hench, William Mitchell, James Ryan, and Pete Landon.
Pete Landon, Jim Ryan, William Mitchell, Jamie Hench.
Bronwyn.
Susan Bell, Jamie Hench, Gianna Allentuck, and Tim Mitchell.
I have, with William, Mr. Mitchell?
Yeah,
sorry.
it's William Tim.
Okay, William,
He goes by
okay.
Tim.
Susan Bell, Jamie Hench, and Ms. Allentuck.
Tom?
James Ryan, Kevin Roysak, Marcy Curran, Susan Bell.
Mr. Kelly.
Jim Ryan, you want me to repeat it?
Sorry.
Jim
go ahead.
Ryan, Kevin Rizek, Marcy Kering, Susan Bell.
Ryan.
Mr. Shea, Allentuck, Bell, and Hench.
Okay.
You got Shea, Bell, Hinch, and Allentuck.
And I'm next, and I have Kevin Shea, William Mitchell, Gianna Allentuck, and James Hench. And Armin? Oh, yes, please.
Hinch, Mitchell, Shea, and Allentuck.
Correct. Armin?
Allentuck, Hench, Bell, Kevin Shea.
So for totals, I have Landon 1, Ryan 3, Shea 4, Rezick 2, Mitchell 3, Karen 1, Susan Bell 6, Hinch, Jamie Hinch 7, Knowlton 1, Allentuck 4.
So, based on these results, Susan Bell and Jamie Hench will be appointed, or have been appointed, I guess, to the school committee. But we still have some others that need to be appointed with a potential second round. And so what I'm going to ask Paul to do is, based on our rules, the people who received 6 votes and 7 votes who've been appointed, and the 3 people who received 1 vote will no longer be on the ballot. But we're going to continue with the people who have received 2, 3, or 4 votes. And so that is, for this purposes, it's James Ryan, Kevin Shea, Kevin Reisick, William Mitchell, and Gianna Allentuck. But this round, everybody only gets, obviously, 2 votes, since we've already...
Let me just cross these other ones off.
Okay.
The ones that I'm crossing off are Peter Landon, Marcy Karen, Susan Bell, Jamie Hinch, and William Knowlton.
Correct.
Correct. So the people that we can choose from, I just want to make everybody aware, are James Ryan, Kevin Shea, Kevin Reisick, William Mitchell, or Gianna Allentuck. Okay? So we're going to repeat this, Marie, but this time you only get two selections.
Okay, Kevin Shea, Gina Allentuck.
Kevin Shea, Gina Allentuck.
Gianna.
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 Sorry.
Bill?
We're picking 2.
Yep. Well, you can pick up to 2, I guess you can, yeah. Hope you-
Kevin Reisick, James Ryan.
Ryan and Ritzik.
Mr. Foster?
Now go to Mitchell and Allentuck.
Mitchell and Allentuck.
Okay, Mr., I'm sorry, Bronwyn.
Mitchell and Allentuck.
Mitchell and Allentuck.
Mr. Lacusa.
And Reisick and Ryan.
Ritzik and Ryan.
Okay, Mr. Kelly.
Allentuck and Shea.
Allentuck and Shea.
I'm going to say Mitchell and Allentuck.
Mitchell, and Allentuck.
Norman.
Allentuck and Shea.
I have 2 for Ryan, 3 for Shea, 2 for Ritzik, 3 for Mitchell, and 6 for Allentuck.
Okay. So based on that, Gianna Allentuck has been appointed to the school committee based on those 6 votes, and we're going to do this one more time, and at this point, we're going to have you can vote for up to 1 person, if that makes sense. You can vote for 1 person, and the 2 people who will be remaining are Kevin Shea and William Mitchell. And you can vote present if you wish.
It's tough. Okay, I'll go with Kevin Shea.
Kevin Shea.
We make 1 vote.
1 vote, Mr. Lowe.
Shea.
Shea.
Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Ms. Moynihan.
Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Mr. Lacusa.
Shea.
Shea.
Mr. Kelly.
Shea.
Shea.
I'd say Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Shea.
That was close.
Shea with 5, Mitchell with 3.
Okay, and so based on that, Mr. Kevin Shea is also appointed to the school committee. So I want to thank the people on the board. I'm just going to go through and reiterate that we've got Kevin Shea. Nice job. Thank you. We've got Susan Bell, Jamie Hench, and Gianna Allentuck are the 4 people who have been appointed to the school committee. I want to make sure I've got those names right and everybody agrees with those. So that is essentially what I thought. I just have two or three closing comments. The first one is to thank everybody who's participated. It's been a lot of time for the people on the panel. I really want to thank the people who've put their names in for consideration. We've got a whole bunch of these folks are actually submitted paperwork to run for the election on June 11th. For the 4 people who were selected, Kevin Shea, Susan Bell, Jamie Hench, and Gianna Allentuck, I would ask that they make themselves available at Town Hall at their earliest convenience during business hours to be sworn into the school committee. And then I guess they come over here and talk to somebody, Diane? Somebody here at the school committee. The other thing, though, I would ask, and I say this only because of where we are in the town right now, is the Commonwealth offers on their website training for new board and committee members, particularly for elected officials. It's online training. They're in, probably 30-minute kind of modules, and I would recommend highly that these folks get themselves trained on open meeting laws and conflict of interest. We are all under scrutiny, and I guess that's all I really need to say. But if you have any questions on how to do that, Catherine Ingram, who's our town clerk, has all the links to the state websites for that training. It's, like I said, it's 30 minutes or 35 minutes or something like that, and it's not intuitive, so it's well worth your while. That's the comments I have. Does anybody else have any closing comments? Armin?
Thanks, Mr. Chair. First off, I want to thank the Select Board on behalf of the school committee. It's been a pleasure working with all of you to get the board back going. Thank you for helping us get the interim with Susie during the last month. It enabled us to continue to function, make sure the bills are paid and the lights are turned on. So thank you for all of that, and thanks for the hospitality. Thank you to everybody who applied. I know it's not easy, having been on that other side of the table, at least 3 times. And I know that it's not easy to come here and sit and answer questions, especially on TV, and people are watching these days, whether we think they are or not. So thank you to everybody who applied. And as Mark said, get to the town clerk's office as soon as possible for the ones that were selected. And then Diane Drogantis in the main admin office here will be able to set you up as well. So thanks. Oh, and I would be slaughtered if I did not say this. Thursday night is TIES. So it's the Technology and Education Showcase. It's here at the high school, 2 hours from 6 to 8 p.m. Our children have put together a bunch of wonderful technology experiments, demonstrations, a bunch of other things, working with, as we were talking about earlier, outside entities like some of our vendors, to bring together a great showcase. And 6 to 8 p.m., I guarantee everybody will love it. So, sorry.
Well, if we're doing commercials,
Go ahead.
there's a budget forum, town meeting budget forum on March 14th here in this room. It's going to be on TV, but we invite other people to attend our budget forum, which is not, well, it's just been scheduled today, so people should know about the budget forum. Anybody else have any commercials or things they want to promote? Marie, go
The
ahead.
Vets Talk on the 14th at the Community House. It's going to be wonderful. We have a local veteran who's going to be coming and speaking.
Okay. Again, my thank you to everybody who's applied, everybody who's gone through the process. I will entertain a motion from the Select Board, because this is a Select Board motion to resign, to adjourn the meeting.
Motion to adjourn.
Is a motion to adjourn, is there a second?
Second.
Motion's made by Mr. Lefuson, second by Mr. Foster. All those,
There's a,
excuse me, what?
Digital natives is tonight, I know we're not
Oh,
supposed to
okay.
yell out.
Okay. All those in favor of the Select Board, motion passes, this motion, meeting is adjourned. Thank you all very much for attending.